Sport of climbing has captured our imagination for centuries, inspiring modern-day Spider-Men and women to climb everything in sight, from big peaks such as Mount Everest and the spectacular El Capitan to smaller, easier-to-climb peaks.
And the best part is that you don't necessarily have to travel far. The sport of bouldering is becoming more popular because it's accessible and it can take place in the city.
Bouldering uses many of the same skills as big wall climbing, but in some cases takes place just a few feet above the ground. And because of the low altitude, bouldering can be done with far less gear and on tiny outcroppings of rock.
That's right, and a big reason why bouldering is popping up all over the place is because it's an easy sport to break into. And I would know.
Yes, you would.
That's right. Julia
actually had the chance to check out the bouldering scene in the heart of New York City Central Park. I mean, I've got to see this.
New York City. In this concrete jungle of buildings and traffic, it's hard to imagine that there is a thriving climbing scene. I'm here with Greene. He's a professional climber and a bouldering pioneer who grew up here in New York City. Now, by day, he teaches at Brooklyn Boulders, but he's really known for starting a bouldering revolution. Is that true?
Yes.
So what is bouldering?
Bouldering is the essence of climbing. It's really just you and the rock. No need for harnesses, ropes, hardware, the stuff that you need to put in a rock, like if you were mountaineering or climbing the face of a cliff. It's just you and climbing. It's the simplest form of rock climbing, really. And it's fairly safe, too, because you have pads and your buddy's spotting you.
Okay, so what will I need to go bouldering?
Really simple. All you need is a pair of climbing shoes. Really, that's all you need. I recommend that you get your own crash pad, too, which is a crash pad is a backpack with sort of a mattress attached to it. So you unfold it when you get to your boulder problem and use it as a landing pad, so if you fall off, you don't hurt yourself, and with your buddies hopefully spotting you. It's a good sport to do with friends. And chalk to keep your hands dry. While you're climbing, you don't want to sweat off of holds. Obviously, the feeling is very important in your fingertips, so if you're sweaty, you don't want that. So you just use gymnastics chalk to keep your hands dry. That's really it.
Okay, so that's all I need.
Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Well, Ivan's going to teach me how to boulder. Now, this is my very first time. He promises to be very patient with me.
Very patient.
And we're going to learn how to boulder. Let's rock.
Let's do it.
How am I going to get my foot into this? It's so small.
We use the cramming technique in climbing.
Oh, it's the Cinderella of climbers.
All right, so you got the chalk on your hands?
Chalk's on my hands.
You want the chalk because you want a firm grip, no slippage in your hands. So come over here, grab the crack.
Okay.
Yep. And you put your left foot, you find all these little footholds in the rock, these natural footholds, yeah?
With my strange pointy toes?
Exactly. Now you're gonna quick pull yourself up. Right foot here. Right hand, right hand.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Stand up all the way up to the top.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes! I bouldered! Who would have known that you could have this kind of extreme adventure in the middle of Central Park? And the best part is, it's a very short commute home.
I have to admit, I'm a little impressed. I mean,
Thanks.
it looked like it was kind of hard.
It was hard, well, because it was my first time, but these guys, I mean, you saw them, skills.
Yeah.
You know, they can dangle on the side of the cliff there, they're reaching out. I mean, they're incredible. And for me to be in the middle of Central Park, in an area, I mean, you just would not imagine that there's this like sports subculture of people, you know, climbing. Yeah. It's so cool, and anyone can do it, really. You don't need a lot of gear. You just need your crash pad, need some shoes, little talcum powder, but you don't need harnesses or ropes or anything like that.
I mean, that's why you did it, because you got to buy a new pair of shoes, right?
No.
I mean, when I went bouldering, what I liked the most, I went in Central Park, where you went.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, so you know. What was it like for you?
No, I mean, it wasn't necessarily about getting to the top, because it didn't happen that often, but it's more about the puzzle of getting there, you know, picking your route, getting your hands there, your feet there, and, you know, the journey in between, I guess you can say.
It's always about the journey, isn't it? Well, I mean, you're not going that far. No. So if it was to get to the top, you'd be like, sweet, I'm at 8 feet.
And luckily, I didn't have to use my crash pad.
Neither did I. High five. High five for not falling. But those guys fell.
Yeah.
You know,
We should go
and
do
they
it
fell
together
hard.
sometime.
I'd like to. I have my new shoes, so we can do it anytime.
All right. When Outside Today returns, we'll move from hard rock to the pure iron of one of the world's most accomplished triathletes.